move, isn't it?
Yes, well, he's a rider that has vast experience, and on the descent he can go down at a real fast rate, and he's going to push on here. And there's probably an interest in his tactic here, because with Pierre Rolland out in front, you have to try and push on here. If you allow the gap to stay, as we'll see in there, 14 seconds, and nobody wants to take it on the flat section, well then it's going to take a big effort to close them down. On the descent you can do it without having to give too much of an effort if you're a good descender.
Rolland then paces out, but he looks like he's suffering, but then again there's nothing new there. Away he goes, open mouthed like a basking shark, trying to drink in the air that lies ahead of him, and indeed the road, and he hits the 10 kilometre to go banner. But Sylvain Chavanel is a real danger in situations such as this. It was his birthday yesterday, maybe it's going to be a late present. He sails inside the motorcycle, is going to struggle to keep up. 9.9 to go, we've got a proper pace on here, and now if the sprint teams who are missing their sprint men don't feel like exerting themselves overly, then there's going to be questions to ask. But just have a look at where Sylvain Chavanel actually sits overall, and you've then got yourself an answer when it comes to the danger that he posts. 1 second only adrift in the general classification, and he is a very, very capable finisher in a situation such as this. There we are, 9.2 kilometres, 16 seconds is the gap right now, and they're finding second breath here. Rolland churns on. Well, he's got a gap, but is it a significant enough one for him? I suspect not, Sean.
No, it's not a sufficient one on his own. We can see Chavanel is appearing in our picture here at the moment. He's catch up with the other two riders, so it's going to make a four-man group, and that's what you need here to hold on in this final number of kilometres, which is a flat run in. It was looking like it was going to be an unfavourable wind this morning. I presume it's the same. We will see pretty quickly now as he takes the left-hand corner. There's a number of kilometres here on this dead straight road until we get into the final 2 kilometres.
You know what he believes here, Sylvain Chavanel. I've got to say I kind of believe it as well. If he gets a gap as well today, if the others start thinking about it, knowing that he's not a long-term threat for the yellow jersey, Rolland just speds in behind his fellow countryman here, and Chavanel has got the bit between his teeth. He sailed by Nordhaug, sailed by as well Nieve, who were the intermediate riders, and there doesn't seem to be that much of an urgency about the chasing pack here. You saw Kwiatkowski, also from Omega Pharma Quickstep, and he's not going to be hampering his man at all. We dip down, let the riders introduce themselves to our picture that's being held steady by the helicopter, and it looks more than 10 seconds, I've got to say. Well, we'll see. 7.9 kilometres to go. Chavanel going for the long one. He's got a little bit of help here, and Roland's doing him a favour.
Yes, we can see Rolland is taking it up there. Chavanel is the strongest one, of course. He was very impressive on the descent, but we can see the other two riders are getting back in here. But Orica GreenEdge also taking it up in the main peloton. So difficult to see them holding off. Still 7.5 kilometres. We're getting 9-10 seconds of an advantage for the leaders out on the equation. They feel that they have a chance here to go for a stage victory, and they are the team who has the riders in the front at the moment. We can see there's at least 5-6 of the riders. They are very much at the fore of the main peloton. 6.5
kilometres to go. It could be party time for Orica GreenEdge. We'll see whether it turns out for them. These four have mustered themselves. They've got a 9-second gap. I think it's possibly just a little bit less than that right now. Pierre Rolland, Nieve, Chavanel, Nieve in the orange, Pierre Rolland in the polka dot jersey here. We have as well, of course, Sylvain Chavanel. There he is at the front with the blue shoulders. And also joining in the fun here is Lars Peter Nordhaug from Belkin. Nordhaug is a very, very powerful rider. and it might well be that, there's Tommy Vogler at the back, Meerkat style, just having a look up on his pins. It's not going to be his day today. I think it might well be. You know what? The world champion is here, and Philippe Gilbert, well, he's got the legs on these kind of days. I think the ideal situation for Gilbert would be if he'd taken those rainbow hoops on his white jersey up alongside Sylvain Chavanel of Omega Pharma Quickstep. That would have been something. That would have been a pairing. 5.4 to go, and they're holding station at 9 seconds. I think the group are just waiting here.
Yes, I think they're still sufficient time. 5.3 kilometres to finish. They can be closed down in the end. We could see there that the Radio Shack riders, also Orica GreenEdge, nobody panic at the moment. They're making the calculation. They can close this one down in the final 2 kilometres. But it looked like that yesterday as well. It seemed like in the final kilometre the break was going to get swallowed up, but Barcalan just held on.
Very much did. So there you are, the 5 kilometres to go marker, and this is the business end of the day. Wow, heading into town and past the airport, not long to go. Well, that looks like Brett Lancaster to me in second place, absolutely bedded in here and ready for action. BMC are also coming and joining the fun. And it's going to be a busy one, that is for sure. Michael Albacini also in the frame. 4.3 to go. Who's your money on, Sean?
Well, there's a lot of riders in there, and Sagan is certainly in there. We can see Nortag just going in the attack, and that's going to be make it difficult for everybody, because when you attack here, then you slow down, you look about, and they lose 2 or 3 seconds by doing that. But they can see that the peloton is just going to swallow them up in any moment.
Well, they kept the water away from them. They may well have given them a spray to actually go through if it had been a particularly hot day, but the clouds come here, and Chavanel looks like he's chugging. Norhout had a roll of the dice, but the power train is starting to build behind them here. Well, it's pick your options in the road. The yellow jersey is here. They've done a good job of protecting him and making sure that he's up the road. I'm just fighting to see Peter Sagan. I think he's there, Sean.
Yes, certainly has to be there. If he was losing contact, we would have seen him on the climb, and we can see that there's quite a few of the Cannondales just hanging about there, and that's going to be what they're going to do for the moment. Leave Radio Shack, control the situation, take it up at the final moment.
Well, we'll see. And right now it's Radio Shack that's doing the pacing for everybody. Now this bodes well for our escapees. We've got a Swiss champion here as well, Michael Schär, very much in the frame, coming to the fore. And
Matthew Gus is also there on the left hand side. We can see him there just in the shadow of the Radio Shack rider.
Well, I think he's then shoe-in favourite for today, Matt Goss. We will see. He and Peter Sagan are going to go toe-to-toe by the looks of things. Still haven't got a full affirmation that Peter Sagan is here, but the way that Cannondale are riding, we assume he is. Just got sight of him right now. So Sagan is here, so is Matt Goss. 2.7 kilometres to go. They take it into the bend. This is very good work by Orica GreenEdge in their white, green and blue at the nose at the moment. BMC also very much involved. Still can't see Philippe Gilbert, but there he is. Philippe Gilbert is there, and he's a quick man in a situation such as this after a bad day. August Shimano also represented and coming up fast on the outside, and it's time to kick off, is it? And take the spoils.
Yes, well, of course their sprinters are not here, so they have to play the role of going in the attack and try and just get away before the sprint actually starts, but it's going to be an impossible task here. As we can see, there's teams always wanting to prepare the sprint for their main men.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it Vilas who's decided to have a go here? Just get off the front with 1.9 to go. I think it's ultimately doomed as we look just further behind. This is that little left-hander I was talking about at 1,800 metres. Peter Sagan's in a great position here. He's got a lead-out man as well. It's a bit of a pinch point, and all these guys are not going to be part of proceedings. Just backing out of it there after doing his job, Cameron Meyer. He was part of the churn early on. This is very, very good work. And 1.5 metres to go. I think it's Tom Dumoulin, in fact. There he is. Oh, goodness me. Well, you trust what you can get here. 1.3 kilometres to go. I think he's doomed. Now, the pace is starting to light up. Surely Ferrari's not here, but Favilli, I think, might be for Lampre, and he's still a quick man. Flamme Rouge beckons here. There it is. Now's the time to inject the pace if you've got anything left. They're still looking at each other here, Sean. Yes. And now finally the action.
Yes, they're all just waiting not to take it up too early. As you can see, there's a number of teams here. Cannondale stopping to take it up for Sagan here at the moment.
So Peter Sagan, there he is in position 2 at the moment. There is the World Champions jersey as well of Philippe Gilbert, very much in the frame. They're all looking at each other at the moment. When are they going to break? Any moment now. Kwiatkowski's there, and so is Matt Goss. Can he possibly, just like the blue touch paper? Any moment now. Sagan's taken that crest nicely. Now there is still time, but for others to get back, he still sits up at the pace. 1, 2, 3 corners left. Anything left? If you've got it, you better deliver right now.
As we see, Gerrans there in second position, being led out by one of the Orica riders.
So Simon Gerrans with his little triangular visage tries to hit it. So does the world champion Philippe Gilbert. Sagan, has he recovered sufficiently? And Sagan shows his face right now. He's over at the left-hand side of the road. Oh, and I think he might just have got beaten there. That was unbelievable stuff. At the line, photo finish yet again today. And I think Orica GreenEdge have actually made this their own, Sean.
Yes.
That was so tight.
Yes. Gerrans.
Simon Gerrans takes it at the line. Quality will out, and it did. Sagan still with a deficit from earlier on, and his fall onto the back. Let's have a look at it. There's the reach. He did it. Well, Orica GreenEdge have made today, and indeed this Tour de France, something special. Look at this. That was very, very good fighting. Good battling by them. Distance Philippe Gilbert in the rainbow jersey. It was all about Sagan versus Gerrans at the line. Watch for the lunge here from the camera. Sagan just couldn't get up. Denied again. Second place for Peter Sagan.